Oh, folks, this set was announced just a couple of days after we uploaded our first piece of content on this channel. The second piece of content we ever uploaded was a YouTube short of me being very excited that this set was coming. And goodness me, have I had a good time putting this together. It is the Batman Gotham City Skyline. It came out on the 1st of April. You'll have already seen the shopping video of me waiting outside the Lego store on the 1st of April because I was so desperate to get this set. I loved the Batman animated series as a kid. I've loved it as an adult as well. I've rewatched it plenty of times as a full-grown man. And for them to do what is... I mean, it's got to be the best art set they've ever done, based on my very rudimentary research. For them to basically announce it as a welcome to Lego content gift for me was, I'm very grateful, Lego. Thank you very much for bringing this set out right at the start of the journey of this channel. It is an 18 plus set for adults. It's got 4,210 pieces and it is a big boy when it's finished as well. It measures, in fact, it's got the measurements on the back of the box. It measures 30 inches across and 16 inches high. For those of you in Europe, like I am, that's 76 centimeters wide by 41 centimeters high. It is big and it is absolutely chock full of Batman the Animated Series Easter eggs as well. It's got so many detachable parts, little sticker images of characters from the show. There is a Batmobile somewhere within this city, which is hidden within a Batcave. That is also hidden. All of the major locations for the Batman animated series are included. It's got the same awesome, moody red sky that you get in the intro sequence of the show. And it's just awesome. It's really, really cool. Let me show you the actual finished thing because it's great. In fact, if we start things off with the minifigs, which apparently are for exclusive minifigs for this set, for now at least. 3 of them are going to be appearing in some of the Batman animated series sets that are coming out later in the year. The Catwoman one apparently, though, is an exclusive. She also doesn't have her body attached properly, and apparently explodes when I try and correct the issue. But the Catwoman one isn't scheduled to be in any of the currently announced sets for the year. So if you want a really exclusive Catwoman one, we've got that one. The rest of them, I mean, certainly the Harley Quinn and the Batman look very similar to ones that I've had in the past. The Joker might be different, but apparently all 4 of them are exclusive and new. But these 3 are likely to appear or already scheduled to appear in sets that are coming out later this year. So they're not going to be exclusive for long, but they are cool. The gargoyle things, less so, because they were an absolute pain in the trousers to build, but they are cool minifigures. And then we have the set itself, which, as you can see, is enormous. So enormous that it's quite difficult to get it on screen at the same time as me. It almost fills the width of my desk. This is a metre wide desk, and you can see it's every bit of the 76 centimetres that are advertised and comes up pretty high as well. The font that they've managed to do on the top for the Batman logo, it's exactly right for people who enjoyed the animated series. I'm amazed that they've managed to get the font exactly right using just regular Lego pieces. There's no specific fancy pieces there. It's just been very cleverly put together. And of course, the set itself looks absolutely incredible. So moody and stylish, and it's got the same colors and architecture style. And it feels like it is fresh out of the animated series. It's so very, very cool. And it's absolutely chock full of Easter eggs. There are 15 removable building fronts that allow you to see stuff that's behind them. If I can get myself at some kind of angle where I can pull one off and show you. There you go. We can take that one off there. So that removes the front to, well, it's the basement of Wayne Manor cave. And then in the back cave, you can see we have got a removable Batmobile. The Batmobile straight out of the show. We also have a little foldy down ramp so the Batmobile can get out of the Batcave. But that is removable as a play piece if you feel the need to remove and play with a piece. And then you can just pop that back in like that and it covers it off again. You also have a removable Batwing. Again, if you want to just fly around and play with your Batwing, you can pull that off and play with that as well. And like I say, all of these buildings come off and reveal different secrets. I don't want to show you all of the secrets because part of the joy of making it is discovering all of the awesome Easter eggs. So I'm not going to pull off all 15 building fronts and show you everything that's inside, but trust me, they've all got something cool hidden behind them. More often than not, characters from the show in sticker form. So there were a lot of stickers on this set. I think it was about 60 stickers, and some of them are pretty fiddly. You can see on one of the airships, I managed to balls the sticker up. I think it's this one down this end. So the sticker is, I applied it from the bottom rather than from the top, and it's not the full width of the piece. And I didn't notice until after I'd pushed it down. So where you've got police showing on the front of these two, on this one, it's kind of angled down underneath it. And there's not much I can do about it without trying to peel that off or find a replacement sticker. So the stickers can be a little bit frustrating at times. There is one printed piece in the style of the stickers, which is this Batman who stands atop of that building. And of course, you've got the really cool bat signal printed piece as well, which is the final piece you apply as part of the build. You stick the top of the bat signal on to just finish off the full effect of the whole thing. But it is it's incredible. As you can see, it's incredible. In addition to it being incredible, it does come with 2 instruction manuals, and you build it in 2 halves. So if you're a couple and you want to buy this to build half each, almost the entirety of the build is built in 2 halves. So book 1 deals with the side that's got the bat cave on it. It's this side, I think. So book 1, it literally splits down the middle. Book 1 does this side. Book 2 does this side. They're done in complete isolation until you get onto the last 3 or 4 bags. I think it's bag 40, where you actually join them together. And then the last few bags are just building this building that goes up the middle to basically join them together and secure them that way. So you could halve that building time by finding somebody to build it with and then joining it together at the end and arguing over who gets to apply the bat signal. Because if me and Anna were building this together, obviously I'd be the one applying the bat signal, and it would cause an argument. Also within the book, there is a little bit of a cheat sheet in here where you've got all the usual blurb that you get at the front of the book that tells you who designed it and all that kind of stuff. There is a cheat sheet that tells you some of the Easter eggs, where to find them and what they're referencing. So if you're not completely familiar with the animated series and but you're kind of into Batman and you need a little bit of a help telling you what you're seeing, you have got some of that in the book as well. It also has this really cool feature where for every bag you take out of the book, it references an episode of the TV show. So if you wanted to just watch along with the TV show as you are building it, it's basically telling you which episode to watch while you're building each section. And I think that's just a really cool feature. Whether you're someone who's like reliving it from your youth or exploring the animated series for the first time, it's a great way to get an idea of what some of the Easter eggs are, what it is that you're building. And there are some moments within this build that you have no idea what you're making until it's just about done. The Joker's head at the on his little amusement area, it kind of built it in layers at separate points of the build, and I was there building his hair, but I was building it upside down and the rest of his face was already on there, and I still hadn't clocked what I was building until I put the hair piece in place. It was like, oh my word, that's the Joker's face. And it was just so cool and so clever, and the way it does the tiny little miniature staircases is just possibly the cleverest build technique I've been exposed to so far in the world of Lego. It is a delight, and I don't want to spoil it for you by telling you how it works, but it looks like a tiny little staircase, and it is just really, really awesome, and I love it. I love the whole set. The whole set is brilliant, and it needs to go on my wall, and it needs to go on my wall now. I'm a little bit concerned, actually, that it's so big and heavy that my wall might not support it, because this is just a plasterboard wall. So you're not going to be able to just knock a nail into the wall and hang it on that. It has got some weight to it. It's a thick boy, so you're going to need to properly screw it into the wall with your proper plugs and stuff in there and hang it up, or just stand it on a shelf, because it's got all of the stuff set up to stand it on the shelf. If I had to give a criticism of the set, there are a lot of stickers, and it's not a cheap set. It's £260 in the UK. I didn't pay that for it. I used my insider points to get it, so it stings a little less for me because I've not paid out real cash money for it. But I think for a set that is £200 plus, I don't know how I feel about having 61 stickers, I think it is, that you have to apply. And some of them are very small and very fiddly. There's curved stickers to apply to curved pieces. And there are a number of stickers on there where if you really look at it close up, there are a number of stickers that I've not stuck on very well. It is not my forte, doing fiddly little stickers on fiddly little bricks. And it hasn't ruined it, but there's parts of it where if it sits here for the next 5 years, there are parts of it that are going to frustrate me every single day when I look at it and I'm like, that sticker's not quite right. And there's nothing I can do about it at this point because it was just a smidgen too fiddly. But ultimately, the reason you watch a review is because you want to know if I think it's worth you buying. And for me, as a big fan of the source material, like I say, loved the show as a kid, still love it as an adult. For me, yeah, it absolutely is. It was a must-buy day one for me. I was excited about the Dungeons and Dragons set that came out on the same day, and I think it says a lot that I haven't even taken that one out of the box yet, and I made sure to build this one first. It looks incredible. It was so much fun to build. It's packed full of inside jokes and Easter eggs, and ultimately, it's over 4,000 pieces for less than £300. So if you're doing it on a price per piece basis, it's pretty good value there. And I get it's an art set. A lot of those 4,210 pieces are little one by one fiddly little bricks. So if you actually weighed the Lego, I imagine you're probably not getting as much Lego as you could for your £260 if you were to buy it in the form of bigger bricks. But I've had 11, 12 hours of enjoyment out of it. If you want to see how much I enjoyed it, I streamed the whole thing here on the channel. So the stream replays are there for you to watch. And I loved every moment of it. So for me, I'm happy to pay £260 for 12 hours of enjoyment. And then the ongoing enjoyment of having this awesome collector piece for a thing that I love on the wall of my Lego room. That is worth every penny to me. And if you are massively into Batman, particularly Batman the Animated Series, then definitely go for it. If you're not, then you might want to wait for a discount. I mean, comparing it to the Spider-Man art set that came out last year, that has had some pretty chunky discounts on it recently, I would expect that there'll probably be some big discounts on this one at some point. So if you're not that desperate to get it day one, you can probably pick it up a little bit cheaper a little bit later down the line. I would expect it to get some decent discounts. Certainly based on my experience in the Lego store on launch day, there was a mad rush for Dungeons and Dragons, less so for this. So I don't think everyone loves it as universally as I love it. So if you've got self-control and patience and you can wait, you can probably pick it up for even less than the £260 that it's costing right now. But for me, absolute nailed on day one. Don't regret a second of it. Can't wait to get it on my wall. What a set. What a thing to have as the first review here on the channel. And on the topic of that, this is my first attempt at reviewing a Lego set. So your feedback on the review would be very welcome. Did I cover everything you'd expect to see covered in a review? I haven't really watched a lot of reviews either, so I don't really know what the standard is for a review of a Lego set. So if there's stuff that you felt was missing, stuff that we maybe didn't need, let me know. We're still very early days of the channel. Like I said at the start, less than a month into this. So I'm very much at the stage where I'm happy to take feedback on board and adjust the content so that it suits what you're looking for. But I love that set. Go buy it. I did, and I'm happy. Look how happy I am. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up on this video for me. Subscribe for loads more Lego content. And thank you very much for watching.